How many types of property management are there in Islam?
Perfect. 4 is the correct choice.
Ways by which an investor can evaluate his portfolio are:
Strong choice. All of these is the right answer.
which of the following is not a financial investment?
Solid response. Purchase of car is a valid choice.
Focus on preparing for the future is part of Dash.
You chose asset management in Islam, and it is correct.
Which of the following statistics cannot be negative?
You got it. Your choice variance is right.
The subject, investment project management, includes
Good thinking. 06 chapters is the right answer.
All the investors' monies are pooled together in a Dash.
Nicely done. Scheme is a solid answer.
the following is not the attribute of good investment.
Good job. Your answer volatility works well here.
Beta is a measure of security responsiveness to Dash.
Exactly. Market risk makes sense, and it is right choice.
Portfolio investment is done based on the investors.
Valid point. Risk tolerance is true.
Which of the following assets is a financial asset? Well reasoned, shares is the correct choice. What factors do we need to look at before we invest?
Sharp thinking. All of the above is the right choice.
Once you have built up an emergency fund, you should.
Smart pick. Start to invest is the correct choice.
Return on a bond investment is called as what rate?
Excellent choice. Coupon is the right answer.
Question 4. How many main types of investment fund? Well picked. 3 is the correct answer.
Buying and selling shares on the stock market is
On track. Indirect investment is the correct answer.
Risk and return have what kind of a relationship?
Correct. Direct is the right answer.
Markowitz model presumed generally investors are.
Right again. Risk averse is a valid answer.
Here is the wrong way to get a property, except.
Excellent. State Sukuk investment is a brilliant choice.
An investor invests in assets is known as a Dash.
Right choice. Portfolio is the best answer.
Decomposition of performance model was given by.
Nice work. You chose Eugene Fama, and it is correct.
What is the average annual return for savings?
Bravo. 2% is the answer.
The peak price of the stock is called the Dash.
Clear logic. Your choice resistance area is sound and 100% true.
Who is called a father of fundamental analysis?
Smart move. Benjamin Graham is an accurate answer.
Which is the most liquid investment instrument?
Great job. Shares is the accurate answer.
The risk that can be diversified away is Dash.
Great thinking. Firm-specific risk is the right choice.
Which type of investment is the least risky?
Well done. Savings account is the right choice.
How many ways are there to acquire property? correct response. 4 is the most accurate answer.
Purchasing power risk is also known as dash.
You're right. Inflation risk is the correct answer. A professionally managed investment scheme. Nice selection. Mutual funds is the correct and valid answer.
Economic well-being of a person depends on. Valid point. How wisely you invest is true.
Efficient frontier is what kind of a curve? On track. Concave is the correct answer. Bond pricing theorem has how many theorems? Well reasoned. 5 is the correct choice. Investment facilities in the past except.
Exactly. Bond makes sense and it is right choice. Bonds have an additional feature of dash.
Great job. Call is the accurate answer. What is the flow of investing in shares? Well done. Investor Securities stock market entity is the right choice.
The overall investment risk is known as.
Right choice. 5 successive waves is the best answer.
Safest investment are dash investments.
Clear logic. Your choice short term is sound and 100% true.
How many types of property are there?
You chose 9, and it is correct. As per economics, investment is dash. Strong choice. Building productive assets is the right answer. Investment in government securities? Correct. Zero risk is the right answer.
Which investment is the most risky?
Great thinking. Stock is the right choice.
Bond is what kind of an instrument?
Good thinking. Debt is the right answer.
Bond pricing theorem was given by.
Nicely done. Burton G. Unlike is a solid answer. An investment project, including. Good job. Your answer 6 basic elements works well here. Mean variance model was given by. You got it. Your choice, Markowitz, is right.
What are the 3 R's of investing?
Perfect. Risk, return, research is the correct choice.
Individuals define risk as dash.
Bravo. Deviation from expected return is the answer.
Preference shareholders receive.
Right again. Fixed rate of dividend is a valid answer.
Dash is the probability of loss.
Excellent choice. Risk is the right answer. What are physical investments? Excellent. All of the above is a brilliant choice. Investment project aimed at. Nice work. You chose all sentences are correct and it is correct F. As per finance, investment is. Solid response. Both is a valid choice. Fixed principal investments. Well picked. Savings. Government bonds is the correct answer. Real estate investment means. Sharp thinking. All of these is the right choice. Financial assets include. Smart pick. All of these is the correct choice. Dash are real assets. Smart move. Buildings is an accurate answer. Risk and return are.
Nice selection.
directly related is the correct and valid answer.
Stock exchange is a correct response. Secondary market is the most accurate answer.
IPO means
You're right. Initial public offer is the correct answer.
how you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format.
Great job. Contact Narayan Changder is the accurate answer.